Well, once upon a time, to be precise, last July, I did a 10-pound food challenge. Actually, it was two food challenges that were back to back in New York. There was a 3-pound crepe, that was the only one I planned on doing. I had some buddies with me and we went next door. I was like, well, I'll take a slice of pizza or something. After all that dessert, I want something salty. Went in there, of course, they spilled the beans that I was a professional eater and asked if they had a food challenge for me. So they kind of talked me into another one. Well, I ended up eating a 5-pound calzone and 2 pounds worth of donuts. So it was 10 pounds there in about 45 minutes. So quite a bit. I was somewhat prepared for that one. Usually when I travel, when I fly, I don't eat much. So I'd actually fasted for about 18 hours at that point. So I was pretty hungry. So I did pretty well.
No kidding. So how does one get to be a professional eater? You're number 32 in the world and you're number 1 in Kentucky. How do you get that designation?
Actually, I competed on the amateur circuit, just for fun, just taco contests here and taco contests there. And, I had some friends that recommended that I compete at the International Mutton Eating Championship, which is held in Owensboro every year, which is my old stomping grounds where I went to college. So I put in my application for it. The first year I didn't get it. The second year, I guess they had a few spots open on the table. Usually it's just a pro event only, but they usually let in a couple amateurs here and there if they need to. So I got on the end of the table and actually beat a few pros, and they're like, who's this guy? He can eat and he don't even know what he's doing, So they offered me a 3-year contract after that performance, and I competed a couple extra times with Major League Eating is the organization. So it's been pretty cool.
So if you're number 32 in the world, number 1 in Kentucky, do you aspire to move up in the world ranks of eating?
Yeah, that was the goal this year. My main goal is to compete Coney Island. That's that's July 4th, it's on ESPN. It's when guys are eating the hot dogs, So that's the ultimate goal. That's like the Super Bowl of competitive eating. So I actually competed in a qualifier last year and to make it there, but I didn't win the qualifier. I only ate 24 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Guy beat me by a couple, but he's ranked like 12th or 13th in the world. So he's, he definitely deserved that spot. But that was something I was looking forward to this year. But of course, with all the cancellations and, that was held at before Cardinals and Cubs baseball game. So, we don't have baseball right now. So, there's always next year, I guess.
Pandemic.
But that's,
okay, so that's right. It gives you a whole extra year to practice up. So how does one get in shape? That's a lot of hot dogs with buns do you have to chew it? Do you swallow? What's your secret?
Well, Joey Chestnut's the best in the world. So he always does, there's a double barrel technique. So he eats 2 hot dogs at one time, just mows them down, and then he's dipping buns in the process. So to be honest with you, I didn't practice enough to know what worked best for me. And that's the thing with me doing the bodybuilding and trying to stay in shape, that I don't practice as much as I should, because I'd rather be in shape than be able to eat 30 hot dogs year round. You know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those things for me. It's more fun than anything. Of course, I'm competitive, and when it's game time, and I'm gonna give it my all. But more than anything, it's fun.
If you could, living or dead, have coffee with anybody or a fresca, in your case, who would that person would it be?
Well, it's pretty ironic that you asked that. It would have probably been The Rock, and I think I'm one step closer to being able to do that. You know, we got to talk for about 10 15 minutes, you know, back in February, and there's genuine connection there, and I just think that I could learn a lot from him. So I would have to say Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.